Hello everyone! Today we have an EDC flashlight from the company Nitecore for a video review, namely the model is called EDC31. The whole thing is supplied in such a package, where on the front side the flashlight itself is depicted, and we also see that the flashlight is 3500 lumens and that a 3800 mAh battery is installed here. On the left side we also have the characteristics of the flashlight. On the right side it is indicated what is included in the package. And on the back of the package we are shown what functions it has. Well, let's move on to unpacking. We open the package and see what is in the package. First of all, we are greeted by the flashlight itself, but for now we will put it aside. The kit also includes USB-A to USB-C charging cable, lanyard, warranty card, and of course instructions. Now let's talk in more detail about the flashlight itself. And I would like to say right away that this flashlight has a battery built into the flashlight itself, and it cannot be removed just like that, as happens, for example, with other flashlights where you can unscrew some part of the flashlight and take out the battery and replace the battery, for example. The EDC31 is the smallest round model in the EDC series, only a few millimeters shorter than the EDC33. Compared to the EDC21, it is slightly longer and thicker. Length, get 113.0 millimeters. Diameter, head, 23.0 millimeters. Diameter, battery tube, 22.6 millimeters. Diameter, clip, 21.7 millimeters. Diameter, tail cap, 24.0 to 25.2 millimeters. Weight, without clip, 92.3 grams. The ribbed battery tube provides a secure grip. The clip and some slightly flattened areas around the head and the protruding part of the charging connection prevent the flashlight from rolling away on a flat surface. The bezel is kind of crenellated, which is helpful to see if the light is turned on when it stands on its head. However, the bezel, like the rest of the flashlight, is made of aluminum, so it is better not to use it as a striking tool. The flashlight has a large two-stage electronic tail switch. Right next to it there are 4 LEDs to indicate the state of charge. Unfortunately, the button protrudes slightly beyond the 3 protrusions of the tail cap, so that tail stand is impossible. A slide switch on the side of the tail cap can be used to lock the flashlight and thus protect it from being switched on accidentally. The supplied clip is simply attached to the back of the flashlight and sits sufficiently tight. The large opening makes it easier to use, but sometimes feels a little annoying. The attachment of the clip is indexed, so it cannot turn freely. There is no extra hole for attaching a lanyard to the flashlight, but the instructions describe how the strap can be attached to the hole in the clip. The permanently integrated battery is charged via a USB-C port at the end of the flashlight. The battery capacity is specified as 3800 mAh, which is unusually high for an 1865 zero-sized battery. A cover provides protection against dirt and water. Its outer side is made of solid plastic, while the inner half is made of silicone. This provides a good seal, but is very easy to open and close. When closed, it is flush with the body, making accidental opening rather unlikely. Charging happens at around 2 amps, so that the flashlight is fully charged again after just under 2 hours. Progress can be tracked via the 4 status LEDs next to the switch. During charging, they indicate the charging progress, with the current LED flashing. Once charging is complete, all 4 LEDs light up constantly until the USB cable is disconnected. With the exception of Search and Lumen Shield, all modes can be used during charging. At some point, the performance of the battery will drop. As it is permanently integrated, this may also mean the end of the flashlight. On the other hand, a flashlight like the EDC31 cannot be made easily with a replaceable battery, as the electronics in the rear end of the flashlight require additional cables to the front. The build quality makes a good impression. According to the specification, the EDC31 is IP68 rated, waterproof to a depth of 2 meters, and should withstand drops from a height of up to 2 meters. User interface. From a tactical flashlight, I expect a well thought out user interface that allows for reliable operation, even in stressful situations. The EDC31 has a 2-stage electronic rear switch with a classic silicone cover. Surprisingly, there is no strobe. Unusual for a tactical flashlight, but so far I haven't missed it either. The flashlight can be locked with a slide switch on the side of the tail cap to prevent it from being switched on accidentally. This system, called Rapid Lock by Nitecore, works really well in practice. Just pull it down with your thumb and the flashlight is ready. There is no need to press the button several times, and the current status can also be seen and felt immediately. It can also be used to turn off the flashlight, so there is no need for extra button presses. A half lockout mode is activated by holding the button while locking. In this mode, Search and Lumen Shield remain accessible, but the flashlight can no longer be switched on permanently. The switch works with a magnetic sensor. That means that the function can be disrupted by a strong magnet, so that the flashlight can either be switched off or the lockout temporarily deactivated. I don't see this as a disadvantage for normal use. 4 green LEDs next to the button indicate the approximate battery level while the flashlight is switched on. When the flashlight is switched off, the button can be briefly tapped up to the first stage to activate the display for 3 seconds. Illumination. The LED sets Nitecore apart from other manufacturers, as it is their own development called U-High 20 Max. The special feature, it consists of 9 individual dies, some of which can be controlled independently of each other. In the center is a die with a small round light emitting surface. This makes it easy to focus and ideal for a thrower. It is surrounded by 8 other dies, which increases the effective less of the LED, making it significantly more floody. A textured reflector, orange peel, smooths the beam so that the outer dies merge completely with each other. In the ultra-low, low, mid, and search levels, only the middle die is used, resulting in a relatively narrow beam. In high and lumen shield, the outer chips are also switched on, resulting in an extremely bright spill. This also explains the name Lumen Shield, a wall of bright light which is designed to dazzle and distract an attacker. Unfortunately, the choice of dies used is linked to the brightness levels. It would have been nice to be able to choose between a wide and a narrow beam at all levels, especially at low levels and at short distances. The beam is too narrow for my taste. Depending on the level, the color temperature is around 6000 Kelvin. In the lower levels, a slightly greenish tint can be seen, which disappears in search and lumen shield. Conclusion. When you first see the Nitecore EDC31, it may not appear that special, but a closer look reveals its special secrets. A compact EDC flashlight with a touch of tactical flair, a rather unusual LED with 9 dies, and a super simple control scheme with a 2-stage electronic switch. While most modes are optimized for throw, the Lumen Shield mode impresses with a bright and floody wall of light. I also like lockout with a slide switch called Rapid Lock. Given the compact design, it is not surprising that the flashlight heats up quickly and cannot maintain the high brightness for long. In the lower levels, however, the constant current driver keeps the brightness pretty constant. Unfortunately, it is not possible to choose freely between the wide and narrow beam for each brightness level. The permanently installed rechargeable battery can also be seen as a disadvantage. And that's all from me. You can buy it using the link in the description. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone. Bye everyone.